Hello, my very dear Pisces. This is your reading for the week of June 8th, or when you hear it and it resonates, and it won't be for every Pisces. Pisces, this is an interesting image because the first thing that I see is you suspended over water, blowing into the water, creating ripples with your breath. And I'm going, where are you standing? And then it flips to, you're not over the ocean. The reason you look so much bigger over this body of water is because it's a fish tank. And the fish tank represents the containment that you have created around yourself so that you can look out, but it's guarded, it's contained, it's got a certain amount of restriction to it. But you can see through, you can see the world around you, you can see through the water. But the thing about fish tanks is, I don't know if you've ever experienced this, but when you have goldfish in a fish tank, which is what I am seeing, they will sometimes get too big for their fish tank, and sometimes they will actually slosh out of the fish tank onto the floor. Not a good thing for a fish. But they don't know that. Now, the thing is, as I'm looking at this, what I'm getting is you have been a small fish in a small pond. And then you became a big fish in a small pond. But now it's time for you to forget the ponds, or in this case, the fish tank. Now it's time for you to put your breath to the ocean. So it's no longer just this containment. This would be, I would say, as I'm getting this, the fish tank is really representing all of the emotions that you have lived in, that you have seen the world through, that you have made choices because of. And that's been okay, because you've needed some of that containment in order to be able to process some of the really intense emotions that you have. Now, we also know, Pisces, as the last sign in the zodiac, that you carry a little bit of all the signs. And I think that's one of the things that makes you so mysterious a lot of the time, but also so incredibly creative and intelligent and inclined to take action and do things. Like, you've got all of these things, and you can create stability for yourself within the context of your world around you, ergo the fish tank. But what you were also being told is now that is something that is very much connected to the old, perhaps to childhood, to whatever grew you in a way that made you feel as though you needed to contain your emotions in a way that really didn't let other people in. Now, what is water? Well, what is the ocean? The ocean is life. The ocean is vast. The ocean is all sorts of different kind of coral reefs depending on where you dive, and it's different temperatures and it's different geographic formations. There are all these beautiful things that you can see around the ocean and because of the ocean. And this, you're being told, it's time now maybe for you to consider what you can let go of in terms of your fears and your need for containment. What are you willing to let go of? Can you experiment without worrying about whether things are right or wrong? Can you just allow yourself, let yourself be free, and to take some time to be quiet? Because take some time to be quiet within the context of, hello, understanding what some of your limitations were so that you can comfortably move from the fish tank into the ocean and not just flop onto the floor because you've outgrown it. See, that's the thing, right? That's why this image is important too. We don't want you outgrowing your life in a way where it ends up suffocating you. We want you to be able to grow, and not just grow in yourself, but grow in your ability to be in the world, because you have a lot to offer. When I see breath like that, breath, and it's spreading the water and it's creating these ripples, for me, that's creativity. For me, that is using your spirit to affect emotion, and to affect life, which is which is water. So this for you is really the opportunity, whether you are actually in a creative mood, creative mode, whether or not you are artists or creators of some kind, or musicians or mathematicians, or whatever you are using all of this wonderful energy, because you channel a lot. This is where you get to experiment and see, not in any kind of urgent way, but where am I maybe feeling constrained? Am I feeling like it's time to jump out of the tank? And if it is, what can I do? I can be quiet so that I can understand where I might want to experiment in a safe way. Okay? Pisces, I'm going to leave you with that. Much love and take care.